Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Civ 3 World War II. I'm just going to preemptively warn everyone, there may be some noise in the background a little bit this episode. There's some stuff that's being worked on. Hopefully it won't be too much. Alright, so I am hoping to kill this thing this turn. I would love that. Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, so we gotta kill these, that's right. I did move some 87Bs in here. Good. Okay. Let's get one of these Dorniers to observe up here. I'm also going to have one look over here, because I plan to take out the fighter that I know they have in there. Oh, they've got one in here too. Who knows? Since I've been bombing them, they might have considered fighters an actual priority, and they're building them, which would be awesome, because their fighters are garbage. While they might be slightly annoying, they're not actually going to help them defend. I would much rather they built fighters than any actual military units that are going to be of consequence. Right, I was moving them in here, wasn't I? I can't be out of planes. Oh, I guess I have a bunch of them in here. Yeah, that's right. And we're not doing great on bombing so far. These guys have a ton of health, too. See, normally I would have more planes by this point, because Soviet Russia wouldn't have tied us up for half a dozen turns and shot down a bunch of my stuff. Actually, I guess they didn't shoot down that much. I don't actually know if they shot down anything. Can't remember anymore. I feel like they destroyed an 88 or two. I haven't even been keeping track of how many people they have in here. Oh my goodness, we are doing terribly. But I'm thinking 5 or 6 is what we're looking at so far. Maybe we're not going to get that fighter in Stockholm. Yeah, I guess not. do I want extra vision? I don't know that I actually need it anywhere. You know what? Let's put it out here. Also, I do need more fighters at Brest, so I should start funneling people in there. Things are definitely going to get worse before they get better as far as these battleships are concerned. Alright, so I'm going to fly... I'm going to take 5 over here now. Originally it was 6, but I moved a fresh one. Okay, should be good. Dang it. There we go. Those other 2 destroyers are already long gone. I'm not even going to worry about them. I am going to try to sink this flotilla, though. Okay, well, we did kill 1 French unit in there, right? And we hurt all the others. They're down pretty bad as far as health goes. I think we should try to attack them. Unless I have a spy, I might be able to investigate that city first and see what they do have. Those are all AA classes. Also an AA. What do I have? 3 of these things? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna wake them now. Yeah. I know, it's probably a dumb move, but... you never know, you might sink one. I only left a few here because I figured they'd be all I need for enforcement purposes. I was very much wrong. Okay, I feel like... let's do this first, so I know what we're doing here. Three guys. One of them's a garrison. The others are just infantry. Okay. Sorry, let's wake up. 4 of them. We'll take the Hungarian and the Romanian. Okay. I'm just going to have the transport sail on in. It's going to drop them all here. This is in the middle of a bad place, so I might leave them all. But just in case they have a battleship that comes roaring out of the darkness and bombards and kills everything in here, I want to make sure I don't lose any infantry unnecessarily. If they go here, they can still hit anything that stops there, which isn't much, but I think they'd be of more benefit out here. I'm going to bring them, let's see. If I'm going to bring them to Brest, that'd be a commitment. We're just going to go up here. They can help shell any battleships that are nearby. Can't remember where I was sending these. I want to bring them up here. I might as well. There already a mine here? Oh, guess there is. It's hard to tell when there's a fortress. Could try attacking those with subs. They got a 30 defense, though. Even my Type 9s don't beat that by much. Type 7s are likely to die. I don't know, that's a tricky one. Oh, that's right. I don't want them fortified. I wanted them in Bremen. Which is genuinely an awful move. They should be fortified here. Because then nothing can get them. Okay, you guys get into safety. We somehow made it. Now comes the real sketchy part. Come on. Dang it! Our infantry did better with worse odds. Makes me so mad. It's 3 hit points. I get that they're tough, but they aren't that tough. I mean, these things have overcome worse. And mine never seem to run. Why do mine run so rarely when the enemies do it all the time? What in the world was that? I just lost 6 hit points before that guy lost 1. I'm going to send more tanks out there. I want to take Stockholm next turn if I can. And then I'll probably send a detachment across to Oslo. Gotta take the capital in Norway. I know technically Norway and Denmark are one nation in this game. I'm still not sure why that's the case, but they are, and Denmark is considered the capital. But in reality, those are two very different nations, and both Denmark and Oslo are capitals. So I always refer to Oslo that way. I don't know, but yeah, that is weird. Because I don't think even in World War I or II there was this weird them being the same nation thing. Like, Norway and Denmark were distinct, right? They always have been. Who knows? I might be wrong. But I'm fairly certain I'm not. Okay. Should probably send some more infantry, too. The front moves pretty dramatically once we take that thing. Stockholm, I mean. Yeah, I still don't want to put workers out there, even though I know there's no real threat. I mean, there technically is. If they run a tank out of Stockholm, they can go here and then kill anyone who's there, so I'm not cleaning up the pollution just yet. And since we're not on the coast, these can't attack us. This is not a huge army right here. But yeah, next turn, I'll move these 87Bs, unless these things come sailing down. Then I might sink those first. But I'd prefer to move the 87Bs here, so we can start hitting Oslo. I don't know, we'll see about that one. There's nothing else really I can do about this. These places are just kind of stuck the way they are, and this guy's... Oof. I'm going to do this. It's a decent bit of money. Depending on what they do, if they're going for Nicosia, we'll be completely free. If they're hitting Crete, we should be able to beat them anyway, and it'll still be more troops. But the moment we secure the other portions of these islands, I'm dropping infantry on them. If these are DCRs, we are in for a bad, bad time, and another infantry would do wonders. Then again, it might just be 1 or 2 guys instead of a full 6. They do that. Okay, well, at least we got Corsica. I'm happy with that. And as stupid as some of the fights were, we took the other thing. Right, the King George V. Also this. What's up with this? What's up with this guy? Could he not move at the end of last turn? Or at the beginning of this turn? I'm pretty sure I saw a green, not red circle up there. And why is there just a wounded panzer who's been chilling here for a while? What in the world is the... I think the game might be confused, and he keeps on moving nowhere but consuming his movement for some reason. Who knows? Wake up, man. Okay, let's send out the Skarnhorst, the Gneisenau, the Blucher, the Hipper, the Deutschland, and the Scheer. Someone please hurt him just a little more. Want to get as good odds for our Bismarck as we can. Ah, good. Wow, that one surprises me. I 100% did not expect either of the heavy cruisers to do a thing. In reality, I don't think they could even penetrate the hull of that ship. Okay, once again, because of the sketchy nature of how this goes, we are going to attack, but I don't want to lose a Bismarck stupidly. If I could heal up to elite, I'd be way more comfortable with this. Of course, I can't just heal up because they keep on sending more ships. We'll destroy them every chance we get. Eventually we'll take England and they'll be done producing ships. Okay, do I have anything else down here? No, I do have some fast movers here. It's a veteran, it's got an 8 defense. My guys have a 12 attack. This is an elite. 1, 2, 3, hit, and then yeah, this'll work. Kill this thing. I'm thinking just to get it off our back. I mean, they have another one right here, right? I think something like that. Or did we sink the last group? You only have 3 movement. 5 mover. Ugh, that went worse than it could have. These are both regulars. Ugh. Let's not. Let's just leave that where it is. That's right. The Schlesien and the Schleswig are here. But if I move them, that exposes this city to bad things. I got a lot of fighters. And this should be almost unbreachable by the enemy, but I feel like they sometimes get through it anyway. Here's an 88 and 2 flak. I think it'll be fine. Did I wake them both up? Yeah. I'm going to take out the S-boats too. Yeah, I think next turn I'm actually going to move those 2 transports back. They're going to park right here. Things can move on to them. Or they'll stay in Copenhagen. Things can load up. They can bring them over and drop them. Just for a little more backup, I'd like to have some more tanks. I've been exhausting them faster than I would have liked. These guys are all still pretty healthy, by and large, despite the 2 that died. We still don't have a barracks here, but we have dealt with the resistance, so I'm going to go ahead and hurry one. Okay. Italy's not tried to get into our land. That's nice. I think we're just going to have to wait and see what the enemy does. If these destroyers keep on moving, we might be able to get at them. I'm going to take this guy out. Is that a Slovakian or security division, or is that... That's infantry. There's another one that I completely forgot about. Right, the Hungarian is on his way down for this, I think. I need to send another one out there. Territory is definitely at a premium out there. Okay, they'll probably bombard this thing with something. Who even knows? But if something else gets within range, we'll kill it too, eventually. Our Bismarck didn't get that hurt, so I might attack regardless, although that's not a great move. Alright. Yeah, let's jump on over to next turn. What in the world was that move? Okay, so they're not getting closer. Interesting. It's injured, so it needs to heal up, huh? Not a great move. I should have saved my 87Bs that were not moved until I took Göteborg, and then I could have moved him in and killed that radar tower guy. That doesn't matter anyway. Okay, this I'm curious to see. What are you guys gonna do? They are going here. They're dropping 1 dude. And he's a cavalry. Okay, well, hopefully my 87Bs are enough to sink that battleship, so that at least hurts them. If not, that thing is just going to be hanging around for a while. Ah, I think that's one of those Bristol something or other planes. Oh, man, there's so many of them. Oh yeah, destroyers. They're still moving. Okay, so they were not coming solely for those battleships, or for the submarines. Something else has drawn their... Oh, yeah, right, Russia. Because that weird thing they've got with them. Yeah, by this time in the game, I would usually prefer to have control of the English Channel. That I don't doesn't make me feel great. Not just that I don't have control of it, it's like a spectacular failure of you don't got control of it. They have absolutely locked it down with those King George V's, and there is not a thing I can do to move them. Except to very slowly work through the stack. What I'm worried about is that they're going to build them faster than I can destroy them. Eventually I'll have enough Bismarcks that that won't be possible. I'll just keep sinking them turn after turn. But by the time you get to the point where you have that many Bismarcks, if that's how long it takes you, it basically means you've already failed. Because that'll take forever. Hopefully I'll have a second one by the time I'm actually invading them. Which is longer than I would like. Wow, even the wounded one is still going where it wants to go. They could be getting recalled for transport duty, but I feel like if that were the case, those battleships would be doing that instead of bombarding us. I don't like that. I wonder if they can even hurt the subs. Does naval bombardment hurt subs, or are they just hitting my planes? I think I should shift Hamburg from AA cruisers back to transports and probably use them. I want to sink this fleet out of spite, just so I don't have to keep watching it move. This is exhausting. I hope that people aren't actually sitting through this, because nothing's actually happening. But by this point in the video, everyone's just clicking the forward arrow like 6 times. Well, more than 6 times. Like 30 times just to jump through all the stupid ship movements. That's the nice part, at least, about making YouTube videos, is that when you come across points in a game like this, I can just be quiet. And I don't want to edit it out because you never know, someone might actually be interested in it. But I have no commentary to add. So if people really don't like it, they can just skip it. I oftentimes feel a little guilty about leaving stuff like this in, because I'm like, you know, I could go through and edit everything with more scrutiny and severity, but I don't really want to. Because you never know, slight movements can be important sometimes. They're just usually not when the computer mass and slowly moves its entire military power in a single direction. But sometimes, they're things people want to see. And I feel guilty because I feel like it's my job to make sure that sort of thing's not just sitting here clogging up the screen. But at the same time, everyone has absolute freedom in what they're actually watching. So it's not like I have to curate it. If people don't want to see it, they can just jump ahead. If they can also leave the video if they really want to, but don't do that one. Is that thing elite? That might just not be an elite. I wonder where they're going to attack. I really hope they don't attack Spain, because I do not have the power to properly repel it. I think they're going to Cagliari. Oh, here we go. The Soviets have rushed in. Somehow they have managed to hit the Allies, particularly Britain, and now they're all going to fight, and this is going to be awesome. Yes, everyone, go to war. Focus on that. I don't know how they're going to, but this ought to be good. That would actually be the perfect time to invade. If I had already taken England, this would be awesome. I would give them like 3 or 4 turns to move all their stuff over to the other side of the world where they'd be fighting, and then we just slap their border and just start taking city after city, because that's where all their important stuff is. Right, the east part of Russia, they have a couple good cities out there, they actually do. Really, they're just sort of a strip that runs all the way through Russia. That is reasonably productive cities, but almost the entire western half is solid, good, consistent production. And if I were able to just take that from them with minimal resistance because all their people were somewhere else, it'd be awesome. But the computer also has this habit of just leaving its units where they were last used. So as long as no moron declares war on them again and forces me to divert my whole military to them, once they're done fighting the Allies over there and peace is signed one way or another, they will just stop wherever they are, and I'm going to get a research lab. And they'll just stay there until a new war is declared and they got to relocate. So if they do that, all their units will be over in the east, and I can do the same thing anyway. They just won't be fighting actively. It's not like they care anyway. If the game really wants to, it'll just move whatever it wants to, wherever it wants to, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay. These guys need to move. Can these guys not bombard? I know they technically can, but it didn't. It just sort of sailed around weirdly. Where's that door near? You. We're at least gonna kill that guy. I don't have enough people in Copenhagen to actually bomb Stockholm, so that's not happening this turn. But I can get us right up close. Now let's destroy that fighter at least. So I just don't have to worry about it at all. You guys are going to go up here. Alright, that'll slow them down a bit. Oh yeah, they have a coastal defense ship. Let's try to sink that too. Or not. Okay, I'm just still gonna send all our people out. Do I put them all here? Yeah. Right, you don't have to be here anymore. All of you. Actually, I think I might have the perfect place. I could move them all down here and start messing with these British people, but if they're up in Brest and they can just start destroying King George V, by the time this fleet gets around, they'll be able to just savage it as it passes through. Okay, I think we should focus on this. I know they're AA cruisers, but I've already started hurting them. And so, besides, these are Heinkels. It's not like I'm desperate to preserve them. But 87Bs are easier to shoot down, because they have a worse defense. So if I can do something to these guys with Heinkels, so my 87Bs don't have to when they actually get there, I prefer to do that. Dang. Also an AA cruiser. I have 2 left. Nice job. That probably wasn't the best second use, but yeah, it's 1 less ship. Yeah, I think those guys aren't hitting... I figured the U-boats were just healing up between turns, but I don't think they're hitting the U-boats at all. Also, is it just me, or should observation like that let you see submarines too? I feel like it should, right? A lot of submarine spotting was done via planes, because they can just look down in the water and see the subs. Awesome. Well done. Kill that too. Oh, or not. Ah, dang it. Worth it. They won't be able to land another cavalry, although I don't know why they did that in the first place. Oh, yes, awesome. This road's finally done. Alright, I want roads stretching across all these mountains. Okay. I'm going to take these 2 healthy infantry back. And then this transport is going to return. The rest of you guys, you can hold position. What's Bordeaux looking like? They still have a lot of resistors. Go over here, help clear that up real quick. Might be some noise in the background at this point, too. Ooh. Right, I have U-boats. I totally forgot. Okay. The wounded ones are staying here. Because they have to. Okay, this wounded one is attacking. I forgot, I have more than 87 bees at Brest. I can send those subs out, and they can sink anything that swims by as well. It's as far out as we can fight. Rehealing's probably going to be pretty slow going without a harbor. Can't attack anymore. Now it's fully healed. What did I click? Did I click explore? Because if you tell your people to explore and they're injured, they will freeze wherever they are, and they'll start very slowly healing, but they don't actually fortify. It's kind of how the computer heals up its fortresses and special fortresses and minefields, and, well, you can't heal minefields. But the way the computer heals things that can't actually move, it uses a similar thing. I might have accidentally clicked explore, and so it just kept doing that every turn. It kept skipping its turn because it'll heal it for some reason. That's very possible. That makes a lot more sense. Let's put a road on the one place that doesn't have a road yet, even though it's completely unimportant. Okay, this whole stack is going to go right up here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that works. Okay, that should help me hold those two islands. Corsica, I should split its people up. Right? Leave the not-so-great infantry in the city itself, but leave both of them there. And then put the other two infantry on the other two spots. I might do that. Why did I move everyone out of Marseille? That was an error. I must not have realized that I woke up all of my infantry. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. That'll work. I'll probably switch them around next turn, but given that these are forests, these guys have a decent defense anyway. Enemy infantry is the only thing that can hit us unless they use marines. Okay, let's see here. I have another panzer. You can go right here. Didn't even destroy the fighter in Stockholm, unfortunately. Okay. That works. Now, they don't have any subs around here, do they? so far as I can see. This is a risky move. If they now direct a bunch of attention on Brest, they can actually breach it. And they will kill a bunch of guys. I should probably, because we haven't been getting hit that hard, I'm going to send 3 more Messerschmitts over to Brest. Oh, I must have selected the same one twice. There we go. I've also now kicked France out of Europe well and truly. Corsica was their last actual holdout. That's that for them. Now it's just Britain, as far as the Allies are concerned, and they're on an island. Yeah, we're getting rid of all that pollution. It's almost all completely cleaned. Malmo is still very much not. I'm going to have one guy clean up this. Can't maintain it without this pig right here. Okay, my Marine is all good and ready to go, so if they do send a tank out here, he can kill it. These tanks will hopefully be enough to take all of the Norwegian cities. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be easier to hit that one from underneath. 3 infantry right there. Send 1 more. And they'll just sort of take up positions behind each other. The Swedes are too spaced out. Actually, I can't hit Trondheim with my 87Bs either, but we can hopefully take these 2 with their help. I can use 87Bs to neutralize that once we take Sundsvall. Or Sundsvall. That's not an I, that's an L. I kind of want to, there's a part of me that wants to use my spy in Russia to steal enemy plans and see everything that they do, but I don't want to have to watch an entire Russian move. Plus, they have a lot of units, so I imagine that'd be unbelievably expensive. How have you still not taken Hong Kong, Japan? Like, you took Amoy unbelievably fast. Guam you should be able to take with a sufficient number of SNLFs, which they always send. And they should have taken Hong Kong already. Because while it's got its defenses, those Chihas will go right through them. Again, speaking from experience here, there should not be a way that Britain is held out this long. Whatever. Guess I can't make them do their job right, just like they haven't taken this thing. It's not that hard. Send like 3 tanks down. They're communist Chinese. They're terrible at this. Okay, I really need to... I'm going to haul over an entire load of German security divisions as well. Or maybe just a couple of them on the special transport. Because I need to get them over there. Here, I'll go ahead and wake up these 2. I'll go on the special transport. And I'll get 6 more tanks. The infantry are really just there to make sure that no one takes things out from under us. Okay. Gonna go ahead and take this guy and pull him out of here as well. And then I think that's about it for me here. Stinking Arethusias. They're not even good. I remember using these things, and they were terrible. These guys are absolutely beyond the reach of my subs. I think basically everything here will be next turn. Most of these guys, these are all injured anyway. Except that. And that. And there's that one too. A couple of them might be able to do something, but for the most part they'll be sitting this out. I'm just going to try to find a couple good targets for my Heinkels and see if they can sink anything. The 87Vs probably aren't going to be able to hit anything at the end of their turn because they're all going to leave. But they did some decent damage while they were here. That destroyer has seen some action. Okay. Espionage. Finland. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, I'm at war with Brazil. So I can harmlessly try them. It's not harmlessly, it's still really stinking expensive. Come on, just let me have spies. Yeah, that's no surprise. Oh no, not Peru. I'm curious. I have one in Argentina. They have a transport. They should not be able to build transports. I thought they literally were not able to. They still have a heavy cruiser, but I'm pretty sure they start out with like an actual battleship or just battle cruisers. Since they went to war with Brazil, they might still be at war with Brazil. Hold on. Argentina and Brazil. They're still at war, yeah. So they have wiped out each other's navies by the look of things. I'm just at war with everyone. Minister of War. But Peru, yeah, they don't even know who's in charge of Peru. Don't like him. Okay. Yeah, let's end this turn. Well, I don't like that. We need to take Stockholm before those guys get in port. I don't want to have to chew through them. Are they building cavalry? Or just auto-producing them, or do they just have some extra lying around? I'm having trouble telling at this point. Okay, I think our fighter screen is sufficient. They seem to have run out of reserve bombers, and now it's just what they have left. Or what they're producing actively, which doesn't seem to be all that much. I think all of their production has shifted elsewhere because they've realized that I have too many fighters to break through conventionally. And because they're probably building King George V's, a lot more of them. It looks to me like Plymouth is still building bombers, but those could be built from somewhere else, and every turn they just bomb with one and fly a new one into Plymouth. So there's no way to really know for certain. I could investigate the city, actually, and see, but I don't care that much. The real question is, are these guys going to go through the English Channel, or are they headed somewhere else? Because if they're going to Canada, they can peel off away from Brest, and I will not be able to get them. And that'd make me sad. I'm just glad to be able to use my 87Bs again. They've been so busy taking out Athens and Nicosia, or not Athens, Crete and Nicosia, and Corsica. It's not Corsica, is it? Oh, yeah, it is Corsica. Cagliari's the Italian one. I haven't actually been able to use them for much, but in my other German game, my other successful one, they were my coastal control. That is a submarine. We're sinking that. Like my 87Bs were the only way I was actually able to control things like this that were going through. I had a couple of Heinkels stationed at one point that helped take out escort carriers, but for the most part, it was those. I think he was trying to hit the minefield, and if so, he did nothing. If he was bombarding the land just to be annoying, then he probably succeeded. Okay, well, the second one's going to come out and do that. They have a 60 defense, even with the 87B's high bombard numbers. That is a tall order. But it's looking like our fighters are getting things under control at Brest very effectively. So I'm going to pump all new Messerschmitts. I think I might put one more down in Nicosia. All the rest, though, I'm going to put right into... What's that thing? Rotterdam. Or is it... No, it's Rotterdam. And all of them are just going to be focused on holding the line. So that when we do attack Britain, the whole wave of my fighters is going to hit them as hard as it can. Because other than invading America and maybe India, we will never have that significant of a hill of fighters to climb. It's pretty much it's the biggest one trying to get into Britain. So I'm going to need all of them. Or at least a lot of them. Yeah, it's hard to know where they're going right now. They're poised perfectly to go in either direction. It is always interesting to have to be like sitting here coming up with theories and plans and trying to figure out exactly how you're going to do it. And then knowing that your plans also don't matter that much because the next turn the enemy's going to do other stuff and you're going to have to change everything. It's fun anyway. This scenario is just fun. The guy who made it is did so well with it. Oh, that's great, actually. That one is one step farther. They might have another one that actually comes out and hits me. I don't think I can hit the one that's higher up. I'm pretty sure it's under enough fighter cover from Plymouth that we can't breach it. Although I don't know that for certain. You know, in fairness, they probably sent most of these down to the Mediterranean at the start of the game, so they're just bringing back what was already there. Not all of them. I'm pretty sure the Arethusias were down there originally. But I think all of their AA cruisers and most of their World War I destroyers, and of course a ton of their 1939s, were in Britain at the start of the game. So they're probably just moving back what was there originally for the most part. Really? You're not just going to go into the blackness and get out of my sight range? You're obnoxious. Really, they shouldn't be able to move through there. Because if France played like France normally plays, they just park a battleship right on that spot and lock them out. I'm tempted to try to culturally convert Tirana. Okay. Transport. Gonna need more of them. Oh yeah, we are actually having to quell Portugal. Alright, well let me take a look here. So 1, 2... I probably can't see what type of Spitfire they have, but I want to see. Do they have only one type, or do they have two? Because if they have two, we might be in trouble. That's a lot of infantry. Split between regular and British India. Only 15 Blackburns. They don't have an overweight. Ah, they have Matildas. I wasn't sure if they did yet or not, but they do. That means they're already probably a tech ahead of me. Have some heavy artillery. A lot of British militia. Where are their Spitfires? Did I already pass them and I didn't notice? Probably. Let's see again here. Okay, I have one Gladiator. That's those garbagey seaplanes, I'm pretty sure. Armstrongs, Hurricanes. Okay, they have Spitfires, but it looks like they only have the one type. Oh, wait a minute. No, of course. Why would I be able to view the Civilopedia entry for the thing I actually want. Yeah, no, I can see the hurricane. Can I only see them if their name fits or something? I don't know. It's weird. But let me check their range real quick so I'll know for the future. So, Spitfires... Mark 5, I think, is the one they start with. Operational range of 5, so they can only cover 2. Also operational... Okay, so they can only cover 2 for the foreseeable future. Hurricanes, let's see. Same deal. Okay, so I think the Bristol bow fighters, if they have some of those, right here, those have a long range, and I know they can build them. I should just see what they have in Plymouth. That's what I should do. Boy, there needs to be a search function. There we go. Okay, that's a Spitfire. I'm not sure what those are. But they don't look that impressive. Spitfires. Those are probably Blackburns, maybe Hurricanes. But I don't see any Bristols. Of course, I don't know what the Bristol looks like on this page. Okay, that's what. So I don't see any of those. So yeah, we should be good to bomb this. Hopefully my 87Bs can sink that thing. There's a lot of them here. It's got a high defense, but they should be able to get that done. I don't have anyone there who can actually sink stuff, but I've got a couple subs. We'll try to sink some of them. Maybe them. We're injured, but we're not going to get another opportunity to hit these things because they're on their way out. So, you know, if we can survive the attacks, even though we are injured, we strike, we retreat, we heal, and then we'll be fine. I'm going to take these 87Bs as well and move them north. They're going to go back to, or go to Brest and assist with our plan there. Okay, well, I think that's about it for this turn then. So yeah, hopefully next time we'll take Stockholm. We might take Oslo by the end of next episode. That's my hope. We might take it in one turn. My 87Bs are poised. There's not that many of them, though. The guys there have a high defense. I'll probably have to chew through some fighters or something first. We'll see. I'm more focused on taking Stockholm, but I might take Oslo. This is only a one spot and then we can attack. I've only got 3 panzers, and one of them's injured. Yeah, we probably won't take that in one turn. But 2 turns, maybe. I'll be able to ship over my guys and drop them off. They can come help. Yeah, they can't do that in a single turn. But if we take this and the opportunity's good, I can always take people away from here and use them for it too. We'll see how it goes. But I would like to try and take both of those. Those are the 2 biggest, most important cities out here. And Hammerfest, I don't know if the Netherlands are yet at war. Not the Netherlands. If Norway is yet at war, they are. They have entered my land, so they're at war with everyone too. Oh yeah, they killed my workers. Alright, well this one's gone on long enough then. I'm going to end it here. If you haven't yet, please check the link in the description for my book. If you like the look of it, give it a read, and if you like the read, give it a positive review. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this. So thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one.